Hi, friends, and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you've been wondering what the F the planets are up to in the month of December, look no further. This recording is for Cancers, Sun and Rising. And without further ado, let's get into it. So, you guys, you have a very interesting month ahead in the sense that you are likely to experience a whole host of emotions. I mean, you are usually a very emotional sign, but it's a month in which I have the feeling that you are going from this conflictual energy in the beginning of the month um, towards actually being, the rock of other people, the emotional rock and stabilizing force in the life of others. Um, you in so it's like this. In the beginning of the month, you might actually experience a conflictual energy in the sense that you are very irritable, and I can tell you why. It's because you've been sleeping very poorly this past month, and it's starting to show up. So let me know actually in the comments if you've been experiencing waking up in the middle of the night very frequently, or having nightmares, or if you actually got sick, that you keep waking up again in the middle of the night. So in any case, like, the sleeping pattern is disturbed. Second, you feel that there are some people that are antagonizing you, and that they don't have your highest interest at heart, and you feel it. You're just not certain of it, and it's bothering you, and it's keeping you up at night. And Um, I'm actually here to tell you that your intuition is correct. If you've been feeling that there are some people who are do not mean you well, I'm not saying that there's many of them. I'm just saying that you are right in thinking that there are a few. So that is not a cause to become paranoid. Keep in mind that actually until the end of the month, the situation is actually going to be diffused. You are going to have some more clarity into who these people are and why they have some issues with you. It can come from like a false sense of perception. So like something you said, for example, would have been misunderstood. And there is a bit of a tendency for you in this in the beginning of the month. So also be mindful of how you express yourself and what it is that you express. It's a very it's an overall a good period. It's just that with Mars retrograde, some tempers might be a little more volatile than others. So for you guys, it's just that it's just creating a sense of irascibility and a state of confusion. So you feel that you cannot rely on your intuition, as especially in the beginning of the month. And it's not necessarily true. It's just that you have clutter in your head and in your emotional space, and you don't even know where to start the decluttering process. Um, Obviously, going into a state of calm is the recommendable thing, but I have the feeling that many of you don't even know how to get yourselves there, because like you are like caught up in this whole energy that's like all over the place, and you don't know which way to start. Um, the best thing to do is actually to kind of let it be, and focus on getting some good night's sleep and meditating before bed. So that's just one of the things that I can recommend to you. Or do something that is going to make you feel like good tired before sleeping, so that you don't wake up in the middle of the night, because for you guys, like, sleeping issues are going to be the cause of irascibility, impulsive eating during the day, and misunderstanding, so getting into silly arguments with people. For some of you, there's a bit of an argument with going on with siblings or with your partner. So it's just that they don't mean you any ill, or it's not on purpose. It's just That's the nature of the transit. It's like everybody's going through something, and you were one of those signs that is actually more affected than this. Um, and since you have like as a water sign, you have a great mastery over your emotions. This is an opportunity for you to actually check in with yourself. How am I feeling right now? How am I feeling about the situation? How am I feeling right now? So you're so focused on the emotions of others, you're actually kind of neglecting yourself, and this puts you in a situation where you're like overthinking what the others might feel about something or what you've done wrong. No, stop that. Just go within and ask yourself, how am I feeling? How am I doing right now? It's create a feedback loop with yourself, and let's see how it actually progresses for you, because I have the feeling that um, it's going to be helping you a lot to calibrate yourself emotionally this month. And towards the second part of the month, intuition is crazy levels. So and just a bit of a warning for you, because like the um lunar the lunar cycles, they always hit you, that's a given, but this one happening on December 8th is going to be it's going to feel a bit more conflictual for you. So that's when you might actually have some emotional flare-ups, so to say. So you might actually explode in people's faces. That's just it. Um, I really recommend that you take the day to yourself and you do some things that you find relaxing, like going to the spa or just doing some, I don't know, candle rituals, or just like binge watch something on Netflix. You'd be better off than like talking to people on that day. And the second is the lunar, it's going to be the full moon in Capricorn on the 23rd. So it's like right after the solstice, and of course, it's happening on your axis. um, sorry, no, sorry. It's No, that's not happening until next year. It's the new moon in Capricorn. Sorry, my bad. It's the full moon is on the 8th, and like in Gemini, and the new moon in Capricorn is happening. So that's actually like a good. You're going to feel it, but it's somehow better in terms of like emotional stability and all that. So you're going to feel much. You're going to be benefiting from it. Obviously, stay tuned for that. I will be going into details for all the signs, what's happening in a separate recording, but you just may want to pay attention to these 2 dates, like December 8th and 23rd. And towards the second half of the month, what you can expect is heightened intuition. I know that it's a given for you guys, but this one is actually going to come with a lot of clarity. No joke. It's like really, really good. Because you have the moon progressing into a very nice conjunction with in the beginning of the month, but this is the energy that gets carried over, and it's influential. So it in a conjunction with Neptune and Jupiter, and it's just so amazing for you. Honestly, if you guys are into the law of attraction, I would say set intentions on this date. This I wouldn't say I mean, the only other sign that I think would benefit from setting intentions and do manifestations is Pisces. So I'm gonna highlight this for the Pisces video. But Cancer is, oh my god, if you're into intention setting and all of that, for the beginning of December, make a wish, because it's likely that it's gonna come true. So that's about it in terms of like general moon aspects, in terms of what's happening emotionally and in your life. And it's also has like this, it's also from this very nice sextile with Pluto. So in the beginning of the month, this one is going to bring you a lot of depth and also a lot of clarity into like hidden issues. And you might also find yourself this month that you're a bit more interested into esoteric topics. So, which is great news for me, because it means more subscriber, right? Just joking. But hey, I'm counting on your likes, yeah. Um, so yeah, but generally speaking, it's an overall a bit of a strained month for you, especially in the first half, and then in the second half it actually gets clearer. Now, positive aspects. Positive aspects are coming from Saturn in your eighth house. This could mean loans. It's if you're taking out a loan for any kind of personal project, like a big expense, something that's going to benefit you in the long term, any kind of innovative project that you're thinking about, it's actually a good time to do it now until the end of the year, while Saturn is really well aspected. Actually, I think you could actually do it until in the first half of December, because after that Saturn will be unaspected. Um, I will comment on that for Capricorn, so if you want to listen to that video, just pop over. But for you guys, it actually brings you a lot of stability into this area of finances. And again, just as I said, for Geminis, you could also benefit from like submitting your tax returns earlier, and from loans. Finances, and there is also like the possibility of an inheritance. This is like an inheritance that it was have been like something that was like a delay, or there were some litigations around it. In any case, now it's kind of like getting settled, and you might get like money from that. Or if you have like an elderly partner, or your partner's father might actually be gifting you with a big bonus this year. Or if you're doing any kind of freelancing stuff, if you work with older people, they're going to be paying you much more handsomely. Just saying, if you need to prioritize between clients, prioritize the eldest. Just an idea. In terms of work, you're benefiting from part of fortune, so that's like a super benevolent benevolence change for you. So it's like right on your MC, and you also benefit a lot from studying. So if there are any students amongst you watching, hit those books now for your exams. You guys are one of the signs that actually have like a very active transit, that have active transits in the ninth house. So if you have any exams coming up, study now. I have the feeling that you're going to be able to focus a lot more, and that the stuff that you're learning now, you're going to be very intuitive about it. So especially if you have like a big volume, you're going to be studying. You're going to feel inspired to study exactly those things that you will be needing for your exams in January, or whenever your exams or papers are due. Just saying. So if for those in higher education, it's like a very nice time now. Even though the holidays are coming and your mind might be in party mode or like Christmas mode, it's just something that you might actually be benefiting greatly from. And I think, yeah, that's just my personal recommendation, that you could actually get into it. And oh my God, for the love of everything that is holy, please do not argue with people of other cultures, because it's going to reflect very, very, very poorly on you. So whether it's at work or in your study groups or anything like that, don't get into arguments about anything cultural, like cultural differences and all of that. There's a high tendency to misunderstand something, and you might be looking silly. So don't do that. Just a friendly wording. Um, and for you guys, it's a good thing actually. I think you will have a lot of unexpected benefits coming in, when it comes to realizing your dreams. So if you've been looking for a breakthrough in your life purpose or something, I have the feeling that you're going to be getting a lot of answers, or at the very least, like people are going to be coming into your life to support you. And I said this one for Geminis because it was happening for them. So like you have like a similar thing. You have like people coming from your past, but in your case, it might be like former flings and all of that hitting you up, and like, oh my God, especially like towards the end of the year. Let me know how that's gonna go for you. Former flings, former boyfriends, especially if there was somebody that you broke up with this year, they're going to be blowing up your phones, especially around the holiday season. Um, for others, and this is like only strictly for a very small minority of you. If you've been having conflictual relationships with any of your children, this is actually an opportunity that to patch things up. So if you want to take advantage of the from this period, it would be highly beneficial to you if you do, or at least it's going to be coming. At least it's going to be in your favor. So. So, Cancer, that's all I have for you. Thank you for watching. I hope this was helpful or at least fun. Um, Drop a comment if you have any kind of questions for me or comments. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.